Hi, I'm going to do a chair routine today, working a little bit of cardio, upper body, lower body, and the core muscles. A few of the exercises we will be doing standing up out of the chair. Enjoy. So you want to have a chair that has a back on it because you will be using it to either lean back or to as a reference point for touching when we're doing some exercises. So let's get warmed up. We're going to start off a first round of warm up, just bringing up those knees and tapping those knees. So it's a marching out on the spot. Try keep your back nice and tall. Pull in from the abdominals and tap out those knees. So I'm going to be doing 3 rounds of the warm-up, and the next round will be a little bit more energetic. So you just choose which works best for you. We're now going to stretch out those legs and tap onto our shins. So push out through your heels and just extend those arms out, tapping onto your shins. Again, try and keep your spine nice and straight, pulling in through your abdominals. If you were finding this a little bit difficult, maybe you've got weak core muscles, you could shift yourself back so you're leaning against the back of the chair and then carry on doing the same exercise. But the preference is to sit on the edge of that chair. Now we're going to draw our knees up and we're going to tap our fingers underneath our thighs. So again, nice tall back, squeeze in those abdominal muscles and tap those fingers together underneath your thighs. So marching on the spot. We're going to repeat from the beginning again. Let's go. So you've got your knees drawing up, pulling in through the belly button, tapping those knees with those fingers. If you wanted to take it a little bit more energetic, you're going to have a little extra twist in. So bring your elbows across, tapping to the inside of those knees. Try and place your heels onto the floor. Right, let's extend those legs out now. So push out through your heels, squeeze into those quads as you press out. And if we wanted to take it a little bit further, we reach and touch those toes. Pull in through the belly button. Try and keep that back nice and tall. Let's lift those knees up and tap under. So this time we're going to take one arm under, one arm out. Remember, you had that option of staying here, or if you wanted to make it a little bit stronger, take one up, one down. Remember to land those heels. Right, our last round. Let's go back to the beginning. So you either had your fingers tapping those knees, or you were drawing across, elbow to knee. This time, we're going to tap one hand on the knee and tap the other arm to the back of the chair. So I suggest you keep the head facing forward, because if you're going to turn side to side, you might find yourself getting a little bit dizzy. Right, let's extend those legs out, so reach. So we had those options, tapping onto your shins, reaching one hand forward to the toes. This time, we've got that extra option of reaching forward with both hands. Press out through your heels, squeezing in through those abs. Right, lifting those knees. Here we go. So we've got one arm up, one down. So I'll just remind you of your different options. We either had this here, or we had this option, or if we wanted to make it stronger, stretch, stretch. So lift the knee up, pulling in through those abs. Reach up, one hand under, one hand up. And rest it down. So hopefully that got the heart rate up a little bit, warming up those legs, warming up those arms, warming up the core to move on to our exercise. So we're going to start off with our squats. Easy option first, and then an alternative option if you want to make it a little bit harder. Place your hands on either side of your thighs, and you're going to use your chair to push yourself up. Have your feet hip width apart, and then raise up and sit back down. So I'm going to do 8 repetitions. Come up out of your chair, sit back down. So as you come up, squeeze in through those abs. As you go down, push back through those hips. So sit down. So I think I've got 4 left, maybe 3. Lift, squeeze, 2, and 1 more. Up and sit back down. So you can repeat that using your chair to help you, or without your arms on the chair. So come on up, sit back down. So as you come up, use your quads, squeeze in through your abs and glutes, push your hips back as you sit down, and place your bottoms back on the chair. So sit down and lift up. So I'm going to do 4 more. 4 and 3. Remember, you have the option of holding onto your chair if you still needed to. 2 and 1. Sit up and rest it out. So the next exercise we're going to do is working our hamstrings and our glutes. So this you're going to do out of your chair. So if you just move your chair to the side of you, and perhaps have a wall behind you or something that you can place your foot on. So you want to stand with your feet underneath your hips. Your knees are slightly bent. Take the leg that's closest to your chair and bend the foot at 90 degrees. So you want to have your knees aligned and the leg at 90 degrees. All you're going to do is squeeze your abs, squeeze your glutes, push your heel behind you, and find that wall or whatever you have behind you to tap your heel back. Keep your foot flexed and press back through that heel. So you want to feel your hamstrings and your glutes working. So I'm going to just turn to the side for the last 2 so you can have a look at what I'm doing. So I'm reaching behind and bringing the foot back. Reach behind and come back. Reach behind and come back and rest it down. Switch. So you can move your chair. If you can't move your chair, you can leave it there. It's absolutely fine. But I'm going to just take it round so I can turn to the side and you can see what I'm doing. So soften those knees, bend the leg and press back behind you. So reach that heel to connect with whatever you've chosen to be behind. So squeeze. Squeeze. So if I turn to the side for the last 4, so you can have a look. So reach back, tap, come back, reach back, tap, come back, there, come back. Last one, reach back and release. Take it down. I'm going to leave my chair where it is. If you want to make this a little bit more difficult on your second round of 8, move further away from whatever you've chosen to tap behind you. So you've now got to really reach back to place your foot and then bring your knees back in line with each other. So tap back further, abs are strong, squeeze out through those glutes. Reach until that heel finds whatever you've chosen to tap behind you. Reach. So I'm going to turn to the side and do 4 more. So you reach as far back, whatever's behind you, and bring that leg back. 2, squeeze into those glutes, keep those abs strong, keep the standing leg slightly bent. And 1 more, reach it back and release, rest it down. So another set of 8 on the other side, let's go. Feet under hips, soften the knees, abs and glutes tight, and reach back. Press out. So push through that heel until you make contact with whatever you've chosen to tap behind you. Bring the knees back in line. Abs are tight. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. And rest it down. So obviously you wouldn't need to move your chair around. You would work around your chair, but I'm just shifting it around to demonstrate. So our next exercise I want to do is to work our chest and our upper back muscles, shoulders, and our core. So you're going to sit up nice and tall, bring those knuckles facing each other. You're going to pull those arms apart, squeezing into the shoulder blades, bring them back together. A little twist to tap your elbow on the chair behind you. Come back to the center. Pull open, make contact, twist, touch the chair behind you. Open, close, twist. Try to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. Your feet will be hip width apart, so all the rotation comes from the torso and not through that hip area. Twist, come to the center. Pull open, tap in, twist, open, close, twist. Make sure those elbows stay up nice and high and they don't start dropping down when you're doing the exercise. So pull them up, squeeze into your shoulder blades, tap it in together, twist, open, close, twist. I'm going to do one more on each side. Open, close, twist, open, close, twist, and rest it down. So you should feel that in working in your shoulders, pulling open through those pecs and then into those shoulder blades and your lats when you do your opening up. So I'm going to do another round, so follow me. Let's go. Open, close. So you should feel this also working in your obliques, which are these muscles here. I forgot to open, close, twist. Lift, twist it, last one each end, open, close, twist, open, close, twist, and release it down. So we go on to the next exercise. We're going to work from our core and also into our upper back muscles and the backs of our shoulders. So you're going to tip forward, touch your shins, drop your chin, reach your hands out to the side of you, and then pull them back and sit back up. Reach forward, open, close, come up. Squeeze in those abs as you tip forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you raise your arms up to the side. Reach forward, open, close, come on up, forward, squeeze up, release, forward, open, close. One more of these, here, open, close, and reach. So the next round, I'm going to tip a bit further forward to the floor. Totally up to you if you want to go that far, or just stay at the 45-degree angle. So reach forward now, bring your forehead towards your knees, and then pull up using your abdominal muscles. So crunch forward, pull open to the side, bring it back, sit back up. So make sure you're working your abdominals when you're doing this exercise, and not just tipping backwards and forwards, working hip flexors and lower back. So work from here, down, pull up, release, come up. So 4 more. Tip forward, to the side, down, up. I'm going to look from the side, tip forward, open, close, pull back up, 3, open, close, pull back up, 2, open, close, and last one, tip forward, pull open, close, and reach up and release. So now I've chosen an exercise to work our triceps. So remember, the first set I show you will be the easier option, and then the second option will be a little bit more challenging. So all you're going to do is place your hands on the side of your chair, and you're going to just lift your bottom off of the chair. So lift yourself up and put yourself back down. So your elbows will start off slightly bent. Push yourself out of the chair, squeeze the backs of your arms, and sit back down. Push yourself out of the chair and back down. Lift up, squeezing into those abs. Make sure you're using the backs of your arms to lift yourself out of the chair and not pushing up from your feet. Lift and drop. I'm going to do another 3. So push yourself up, come back down, 2, come down, and 1, and rest. So your second round of 8 could be exactly the same, or if you wanted to make it more challenging, you're going to lift yourself away from the chair. So place your feet a little bit further forward, and then lift your bottom off of the chair, come forward off of the chair, bend your elbows, and then back onto your chair. So lift yourself up, bend your elbows, and put yourself back on the chair. Press yourself up, bend those elbows, back onto your chair. So from the side, lift yourself up, take yourself off the chair, bend, pick yourself back up. 1 off, drop, lift, back on. 2 more, lift up, drop, come back on. Last 1, up, drop, and come back on, and release. Back to the side. So now, the last exercise I'm going to show you, we work in our shoulders, and we work in our obliques again. So we start off first round easy, and then the second one a little bit more challenging. So you're going to have one hand on your hip, and you're going to slide your hand down towards the floor. Keep your knees and feet together, abs are nice and tight. So slide down to the side, come back up, reach down and up. Again, I suggest you keep looking forward. If you turn your head down and back again, you might find yourself getting a little bit dizzy. So keep looking forward. So 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last 1, and switch it round. Let's go. 8. Just reach as far down as you can without lifting this side out of your chair, keeping your knees and ankles pressed together. Let's go for 4, 3, relax your shoulders, 2, and 1. So 1 more repeat on each side. You can do exactly the same thing, or if you want to add a little bit more work working into your shoulders, let's reach up. So we're going to reach to the top, come back down, tap, up, down, reach, down. So we go for 4 more. 4, remember you can keep it here if you wanted to, or you've got that option of the extension. And down. 8 on the other side. Let's go. Up, come down. 2. So you're working this into your obliques, working into your shoulders as well. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest it. So nice little routine, quite easy to do, working your front of your thighs, the backs of your thighs, your core, your shoulders, your chest, upper back, and the backs of your arms. So now we have a little stretch. So if you come and rest back into your chair, And then place your hands underneath your knees and draw your knee up as high as you can towards your chest. And release it down, other side. Pull up. So this is just stretching out through those glutes and into those hips. And reach. So we want to stretch out the backs of those legs. So come forward in your chair again. Reach both your feet out forward. And just slide as far forward as you can towards your toes. You've got your toes flexed. You might be here on your knees, maybe on your shins, or if you can, you're reaching all the way towards your feet. You could also have a towel that you wrap around your feet and pull yourself forward on your towel. So this is giving us a stretch out through our hamstrings, through the lumbar area, and a nice long stretch through that spine, through the shoulders, through those arms. Drop your head to your chest, stretch out through the neck. And roll back up. So let's stretch out the backs of our arms. So I'll show you an easier option first. Take your hand over your shoulder and pull around onto your elbow. So you should feel a nice stretch coming out through that tricep and across the top of the shoulder. If you were able to, you would push all of that back behind you and also open up through the chest. And release. So I'll start off on the easier option first. So take your hand over your shoulder and push through that elbow. So you're stretching out through that tricep. And then that was the option of taking it a little bit stronger, where you reach those fingers down between the shoulder blades and pull that elbow behind you. It's a lot deeper stretch. And release. So let's open and stretch out through the chest area. If you can, you're going to take hold of the back of your chair, relax your shoulders and push out through that chest. So a nice stretch out through from the shoulder, through the chest, through to the other side. Squeezing back into the shoulder blades and keeping those abdominals in nice and tight. And release. And let's just have a nice little rounded stretch here. So drop your chin down to your chest, relax down into your shoulders, pull back in through the abdominals and round out across your upper back and your lower back. And release. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Extend all the way up, relaxing into those shoulders. And opening it out wide. Nice big shoulder roll. Exhale. And roll. And there we go. Enjoy.